And on this video, we go over the state of the 2021 Cincinnati Reds. Let's get into it. What's going on, Ledger Nation? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast on the Laracuente Ledger Network. And as I said in the open, today we will be discussing the state of the 2021 Cincinnati Reds. But before we get into it, make sure if you haven't already done so, you smash that subscribe button down below, as the Laracuente Ledger Network and the Baseball Banter Broadcast should be your #1 home for all things baseball. So, as we look at the 2021 Cincinnati Reds, we have to begin with their fact that they traded away one of their best relievers in Iglesias. When you look at why the Reds traded Iglesias, it really comes down to one factor, and that's money. I think when you look at what the Reds are looking to do, they're looking to maintain a push for the postseason, but not have to spend so much to do so. By trading away Iglesias, it left room open for another reliever. So we get into the signing of Doolittle. Now, Doolittle has been faced with injuries over the past few years, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best relievers in the game. And when you look at the fact that they did not have to spend a whole lot of money to bring him in, and they saved money by trading away Iglesias, this to me is where Cincinnati is playing the long game. When you look at what Doolittle can be for this team, he can be a very locked down closer. However, he has to remain healthy. Now, as we look at the state of the rotation for the Cincinnati Reds, they're going to be faced with some struggles right out of the gate because Sonny Gray is likely to begin the year on the injured list. However, they are still going to be a formidable force because they have Luis Castillo at the head of that rotation. In my opinion, Castillo is one of the most dynamic young players in Major League Baseball. And when you look at the amount of buzz and rumors and trade rumors that were surrounding the name of Luis Castillo this offseason, it's only a matter of time before we really see him blossom into the ace pitcher that we all expect him to be. The rotation is going to fall in behind him there, and hopefully Sonny Gray will come back quickly for the Cincinnati Reds, because without having that combination at the top of the rotation, the rest of the rotation is going to be a little bit questionable, and the Reds are going to struggle if they don't get a healthy Sonny Gray in 2021. Now, as we look at the state of the bullpen for the Cincinnati Reds, this is where they have a little bit more firepower. Guys like the aforementioned Doolittle, as well as Amir Garrett and Michael Lorenzen, to me, are two of the most underrated and best pitchers in that National League Central Division. When you look at what you're capable of getting from a guy like Michael Lorenzen, for example, this is a guy who can actually go play the outfield for you, who can hit a home run for you. This is a absolute beast of a player when he's healthy. And that, to me, is the biggest key for the Cincinnati Reds. It's going to be health in 2021 for them to be successful. How the rest of the bullpen will fare, we'll have to see how it shakes out in spring training. But there's no doubt about it in my mind, the Cincinnati Reds pitching staff is going to be the strength of this team as a whole. So it's going to have to remain healthy in order for them to be able to succeed in 2021. Now, as we jump into the state of the offense for the Cincinnati Reds, there are going to be some serious boppers in this lineup. When you look at guys like Nicholas Castellanos, Eugenio Suarez, Mike Moustakas, Joey Votto, these are guys who are going to stand out as some of the best players and the best players on this team without question. And while some more casual fans outside of the Cincinnati area that aren't familiar with these names, they may not realize the firepower that this Reds lineup has. But anyone that watches this team closely enough, you'll know that there is absolute firepower coming from this lineup. That's what's going to be able to sustain them, along with the ace of this staff and a very good back end of the bullpen. We're also likely to see breakout seasons from guys like Nick Senzel and Jesse Winker. When you look at what these two guys can be, this is the next wave of talent coming for the Cincinnati Reds. We know that this has been a very historic franchise of being able to produce amazingly talented players, and I think that these two guys are going to be the next wave of that particular progress in Cincinnati. Now, as we jump into the state of the franchise, it's going to be a tough battle in that National League Central Division. There are 4 teams capable of winning that division, as well as competing for a wild card spot, and Cincinnati is one of those clubs. However, in order for Cincinnati to make it back to the postseason or even to the World Series to try to win the World Series, they're going to have to remain healthy and have career years across the board. We're going to have to see stellar pitching from both the rotation and the bullpen, locking down every victory that they potentially could have, as well as career years or renaissance years from their offensive players, in order for this team to be able to make it back to the postseason in a very competitive National League Central Division. The second wildcard spot is going to be a very, very hard battle to fight in order to make it to the postseason. So the Reds' best chance is going to be to try to win the division, but they're going to have a battle with the Cardinals, Cubs, and Milwaukee Brewers. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Cincinnati Reds down in the comment section below. Where do you think that they fare in terms of the National League Central Division and the National League as a whole? Let me know your feelings about them down in the comment section below, and we'll discuss it further. As always, if you haven't already done so, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and bell to be notified each and every time we drop new content here on the Laracuente Ledger Network. And if you haven't already done so and you're feeling particularly helpful, make sure you head over to patreon.com and join us there by searching for the Laracuente Ledger Network. Your support on Patreon allows us to continue bringing you this coverage each and every single week. Make sure you check out our sister channel, WeSibs, as they are providing amazing content as well here on YouTube. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and this has been our coverage of the state of the 2021 Cincinnati Reds. So I will catch you guys with the latest news, notes, or my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions need to be dropped about the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.